know you want me, but I'm bad company.
When is everyone going to realize that for Bill Betty, this fucking hypocrite, to sit there and say all of these hate channels, nobody hates you, nobody wants what you got. Nobody. You got. You are not living better than any of us. You are not royalty. You are not perfect. You are not high class. You are not a part of the government that should be intimidating us with your cup of coffee and your little dirty dog, okay? So instead of being grateful that your house wasn't ripped apart,
they didn't take any hair off my bootay.
what do? Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, and then fuck everybody else. Boomer Betty is not the person that I met in Florida anymore. I thought I knew someone with conviction. I thought that I really did. I really thought that this was a person that really cared. I really felt that way.
Crying and whining. Can't believe Betty's out there. She's so mean. Yes, I am.
But for her to sit there so hypocritically and say, now I'm outside, come and arrest me. But then you get arrested, I was wrongly accused. Oh, they're trying to get me from freedom of speech.
All they're looking for is either to go to jail or put me in jail, but they're going to be in jail before I am. I can guarantee that with the way they're going.
I'm telling you, you took off 20 years of your life with all the stress that you put onto yourself. You put onto yourself. And then for you to have the balls to say, and all of these hate channels turning this into a circus. No, there's a common denominator. And you can't put it on me, baby. Can't put it on me. I helped you. I helped you in every fucking case, Betty, that we ever fucking worked on. I helped you with the Petitos. They didn't want to talk to you, and I don't blame them. But
I did nothing wrong. Nothing. Dum-dums. Again, not breaking the law. Dum-dums.
I helped you. Why was I the one yelling outside of Cassie Laundry's house? You weren't fucking yelling. But you sure were digging into that Pizza Hut and the Dunkin' Donuts, right? And the TikToking, cock-sucking. Yeah, that's what you were doing. I was the one putting sex into Brian Laundrie's sister. Then all of a sudden, I fly back home, and then what happens? She comes out. Well, you guys are screaming this. I know exactly what I was saying. Do I have that video? I don't have that video. But I was looking at it in that position as a human.
Oh my God!
Brian Laundrie's sister had nothing to do with the actions of Brian Laundrie. So why is it that there's police outside her house, a bunch of maniacs screaming outside her house, she's got kids, she's got the dogs barking at the door, all the neighbors are watching us, and they feel trapped in their home? What did I say? I understand. Huge age gap. You barely know your brother. You barely know your other brother. Don't do this to yourself. You don't need to throw him under the bus, but don't hide. Because now your children are going to be affected, your job, your husband's job. You're not going to feel comfortable living in this friggin' house, right? So basically what I was saying, I was trying to get through that, and it was working.
Dum-dum.
Okay? Now, it only got effective with you outside of Quentin Simon's house when I got there. All of a sudden, physically, Billy Joe running into the back. I'm like, why is she running? She doesn't have to run. I'm not going to do anything to her. In fact, fine. You want to send a bunch of crackheads out there to fuck with everybody? It's whatever. I don't hold a grudge about that anymore.
Dum-dum.
But just remember, while you're out there talking about this, that, fine. It's fine to call them junkies. It's fine to call her a fucking baby killer. It's fine because we saw it on tape. There was no denying that was that baby and it was being thrown into a dumpster. We knew for sure that Quentin Simon was gone. We knew for sure that Billy Joel was a fucking piece of shit. We know what was done to Diane. I went into Diana's home. I felt so bad for this woman.
Dum-dum.
She was physically threatened. Let me ask you a question. Why didn't you stick up for her?
I've been working my ass off in this freaking 99-degree heat while these boo-boos have been sitting at home trying to follow me, trying to figure out what I'm doing, and then he wants to call the law on me for advocating for a little boy. That's some bullshit right there.
Who's the one that got that video? Who recorded that video and put it up on the internet? That's what I would love to know.
Dum-dum.
So instead of helping this poor defenseless woman sitting in a chair that takes in all of these children and babysits, and all she does on TikTok is make food because she's feeding half the fucking neighborhood, you never not once tried to help this woman. And you You don't know because I was in tears. Oh, but you got that on film, right?
That's some bullshit right there.
You want to let me make sure you were recording when I walked out of Diana's house on the very last day to say goodbye. I was crying. She would not let me go. She had her arms around my neck and she would not let me go. And she said, oh God, please don't leave me. Once you guys leave me, I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know what these people are going to do. I can't believe you guys are leaving me. That's what she said. It was just me and her. And then when I came outside, as I walked outside, they were all standing there. Olivia, they were all there. John Bonet had already left. He wasn't there for that, but it was sad because she was like, I live right down the street. What am I going to do? And I understood. And then the cop said very nicely, and you know how I am, I don't like to fuck with the cops. I don't like to get belligerent in front of the police unless I'm fucking drunk on fucking New Orleans, right? That was, listen, lesson learned. See, the cops will get away.
They sure did. Dum-dum.
They said, listen, guys, we put like the city ordinance thing, blah, 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 blah. Bullhorn Betty went way too far by fighting. Now, she's not even going into that court. I'm going to ask you guys again. Why is Betty Bullhorn Betty Bob not sitting next to Karen? The real me too.
So whoever's bragging about this, y'all dog the crap out of them. Drag them for a fool.
The real me too. Why is she sitting there with all her back issues and all of her operations? Why is she sitting there? How come there's nobody in that courtroom? There's barely anyone there. You made all this money on talking about them. I don't know who the channels were that went heavy hard on them, but where are you? You don't feel bad because you say, I'm going to be there. Because this is the thing. I never. If the trial is closed, then how the fuck did Karen get in there? It's closed. How did Karen get in there? How did Karen get in there? Karen just drove me around. What'd she do? Did Bullhorn Betty put her over on a So you wait a second. The trial's closed, but it's televised. Gotcha. Oh, except to few media, except for the real Me Too. Karen, the real Me Too. She was my driver. Goodbye. Get out. Karen's the real Me Too. What is wrong with you? Don't come in here talking smack, because I'm going to shut you down with facts. The cops told us it really is time to move on. What they were saying was, guys, we don't know how to tell you this, but I was right, Bullhorn Betty. When I said to you 4 separate times, they're building a case. They're building a case. Go back to Olivia's video. I said, they're building a case. So, why did that stuff start really getting ramped up? Is when I kind of heard enough, and I went, fuck this shit. And I grabbed, and went like this. And every time a car went by, beep, beep, beep. Hey, excuse me. See this house right here? Yeah, you want to know who lives there? The baby killer. The little kid that was on the news? Yep, this is the house. No, holy shit. Yeah, Betty, why did you need me to take 2 flights all the way down there and spend $1,000 on a fucking Airbnb and let's stand outside in the fucking heat, right? And you said, you're not going to miss a thing. Oh, I'm not going to miss a fucking thing. Do you remember saying that? I remember. She goes, I got my own little battery packs and I got my own internet. I can stream wherever I want now, right? All right, Marissa, let's go back to your hotel and maybe go live for you. And I go, for what? For what? She goes, so you can make some super chats. You don't fuck that. Just fuck it. A little baby is missing and gone. And I'm like, what is with this fucking grandmother? They're fucking partying like it's 1999. They're in the back smoking pot. Got the fucking FBI right next door watching and listening to everything they fucking do. And then we got crazy ass in front. I don't care who Queen Bee is buddies with Quentin's mom. It was wrong. It was wrong for Cher to buddy up with grandma. It was wrong to do that. It was wrong. It was wrong for Bullhorn Betty to be fighting with the chief of police. It was wrong to send crackheads out there. It was wrong to do all that. It was wrong to go into a closed trailer park. Whoever did that. It was wrong to do it. But it was done. And then as you go along, you start to, they drove. So I'm sitting on the plane going home. And you can't help but look out that window and say, oh my God, am I doing the right thing for the right reasons? What if this person is innocent? Now, there's no doubt in my mind that Leilani is guilty. But I meant it when I said, Billy Joe, you know that you have a fucking problematic child. You know that you don't want her in your fucking house. You know what she fucking did. I get it. It's still your daughter. You want to stick up for her. And I said it. Go in there. She's having shots to the island. Dad said, doing the lambada, doing the Macarena, doing the Vogue, ha, 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 laughing at protesters. Okay, it was what she was doing made her look guilty, made the mother look guilty. Why? No, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. No, I didn't ask for anything. In fact, I gave. And then I had people lying about me saying that I gave babysitter Diana $500 for a fucking interview. So let me just tell you people something. Remember, a lie is only the truth, or the truth is a lie that's believed. Vice versa. If you want to hear someone else say Molly Golightly is the worst person in the entire world, I think, now this is the thing, you can say this person is the most horrible person on the entire planet. Okay, well, guess what? I'm not going to do my research. I don't care. I'm not here to blah, blah, blah. I like to think for myself. I can't stand it when people say, ooh, don't talk to this person. Don't blah, 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 blah. Listen, I learned the hard way. I already showed you who the real fucking pieces of shit are. If you didn't fucking already get it and say, hey, now we realize that Molly Golightly was right. I fucking told you. You didn't want to listen the first time, whatever. But you should be thankful that it was me that had to hold that weight. That it cost me money, or that I was the one that was hurt, or I was the one that was used. At least it wasn't you. I said to Billy Joe, do the right thing. Grab her, Leilani, by the effing, what did I say? Grab her by the hair and drag her down the stairs, bring her out to the fucking lawn, grab the cell phone, call 911 and say, turn her into the fucking. She would have been the fucking hero. That's not what happened. Nothing would have been more momentous. Nothing would have been more fucking epic than if she would have taken that advice. Who are you? I'm sorry, I've never seen you here before. And you're asking about Tiffany? Please don't. Why was Tiffany Marie said to shut it? I never said that Tiffany Marie said to shut it. That wasn't Tiffany Marie. Tiffany Marie had to go take care of something. I was told, Marissa, cut it. And I'm not going to say who. I've never seen you in here before. I would remember a Violet's Tale because that's my dog's name. Introspection of your actions and what went is valuable. Bottom line is that law enforcement FBI had this in the bag before anyone from YouTube showed up. So this is the thing. This is one of the reasons I started talking to Tiffany Marie, all right? This is what really happened. This is why I'm talking to her. It goes back to Cash Gurman. It goes back to Summer Wells. When I heard Tiffany Marie say, Marissa, I need to ask you a question, please. And I said, what? She goes, I know you don't want to talk to me. I know I blah, blah, blah. I've said things and you've said things. Yeah, okay, I don't remember what I said because I have a brain tumor. She's like, oh, yeah, me too. But it works. But she said to me, Marissa, she's the first one out of anyone that I ever met on YouTube that actually said this to me. And granted, I've met dozens of people on YouTube. I've made friendships with about 100. A lot of them fucked me over, some of them didn't. But Tiffany Marie was the first person to say, Marissa, I'm living with something that really bothers me. And I said, what? And she said, I really, really care. And I think about Summer's case every single day. And I think about everything that happened. She goes, does it ever bother you to think back on what you could have done different or did? She goes, do you ever feel like some sort of responsibility of it getting out of hand? Well, first of all, we moved on from Cash because it was time. And then we went to Summer. Summer had no chance with her own family. But did the circus of Summer Wells. She said, is there something that me and these motherfuckers on fucking YouTube did that distracted TBI from Summer's case? Can you imagine if they would have found her, but because of all the bullshit tips and all the stupid bullshit that was going on, that hey Brian, we prevented her from being found? She told me last night, she goes, Marissa, at 3 o'clock in the morning, she was cleaning her kitchen. I was in my kitchen. I said, come with me. I'm going to get myself a cold pop. I would love one right now. And she said, Marissa, she goes, there's so many weird things that I remember Don saying that repeat in my mind. And I'm like, oh yeah, like the time that he said, this thing runs way deeper. I said, yeah, I believe she was sold. She said, I believe that Summer's with really bad people. She doesn't feel like Summer is alive. It's a sad thought. Well, it turns out that with the very first case that I ever did with the Nick Carter, I struggled. Before you guys even knew who I was, when I was responding in these stupid videos to all the bullshit on Twitter that she was putting up. How many times are you going to change your fucking story? How many fucking times are you going to change your story? And real victims of SA don't want to play victim. They don't want to be known and become famous for being, I'm not monetized anyway, so it doesn't matter, raped. I don't want to be the most famous raped person in the entire world. And you don't talk about it for fucking 7 years. And have different variations, and then come back a couple of years ago, you know what? Now I think I was roofie. Well, if you were roofie, you never would have been able to tell the police and then tell Dr. Oz this, and then change it again. We went from blowjob to hand job on police report, and then it went back to blowjob. Gotcha. But you're a roofie now. Gotcha. Okay. And your girlfriend did this. Turns out the girl was never on the tour bus, never met Nick Carter, but she's on TV saying, "Oh, sorry, by Nick Carter." I mean, she never met him. She never even went to a concert. Just said, right? Bullhorn Betty is trying to act like the fucking victim, a perpetual victim. She's like, do you know how hard it is to be attacked and try to find justice for these children? Well, I get it. Because with the Nick Carter case, I said, oh my God, what if this girl's not lying? Well, she could change her story a shitload of times. But what if there's literally, to say hypothetical, Adrian said, Marissa, one time ago, said, Marissa, what if hypothetically speaking, there's an actual video of Nick Carter actually raping this girl and her screaming, no, stop, no, and she's trying to push him off. And there's a video and it's played. He goes, then what are you going to do? You know what I said? Yeah. That's what I said. I did. Because I can't live with that. Like the whole time, I'm over here blaming this person. You're guilty, you're guilty, you're guilty, you're guilty. Speculation is fine. Calling out somebody as a liar, if you catch them in a lie, yes. But when you say, Sassy Hound is a liar. Okay, why is she a liar? Because she just is. What she lied about? She lies about everything. All right, you lost. You lost right there. You lost. You lost. I do remember a phone call with her and Cher in Georgia coming out, and more of us should have really questioned her on it, especially with her bringing in creators to help her. Well, Cher did try to reach out to me on TikTok. She said, it's about time that we talk. I thought there's nothing to talk about. I am not responsible for that 2-year-old baby being found in a landfill. I'm only responsible for what I've done and what I've said. We don't know what happened with Summer. And yeah, it might drive us a little crazy, but there's a difference. Some people can just fucking move on to the next paycheck. Why did people have to say that the Sebastian Rogers case is, they were saying, Marissa, the Sebastian Rogers case, like, what was that? Like, a missing autistic boy, is Summer Wells 2.0. My thought right there was, okay, so it's a cash grab. It's a gold mine. That's what that means. To me, it's a gold mine. There are certain things that are a gold mine. And that's fine. But the thing is there's a difference between someone that's going out there and doing the work. You know, granted, Olivia is out there doing the work. Granted, Jonathan is going out there doing the work and he's getting the recognition. And the mainstream media want to talk to these creators. I get that. Because they're following the rules, so to say. Bullhorn Betty is taking sensationalism to an almost extremist-like mentality. And she makes everyone that's around her fucking nuts. Remember the video of me running to the house where Dawn was at? That was me, running. Well, all of a sudden, tough little old Betty, she wasn't saying shit. What's going on with you, Betty? I thought you were tough. I thought you were a scrapper. I thought that you were this motor mouth. Why are you turning violent now? How come you don't have anything to say? They're standing right fucking there. They were outside going back and forth. They were having fucking smokes. Why wouldn't you say anything? You had them right there. If you can go to sleep at night without feeling kind of bad or something keeping you awake, how does that not keep you awake? I've always said the same thing about Tom. Yeah, he's a disgusting pervert. But he was not there that day. And for some oddball reason, he will not roll on Candace. Why? I think they got a lot of dirt on each other. Dawn has said in the past, it goes way deeper. Dawn has said in the past that Candace Bly ran in the wrong circle. What do you think? I think the culprit of everything is Bullhorn Betty. You want to know what I really think? I think Seth Rogers should have never, Seth and his friend should have never let that woman get close to them. Because if Seth was smart and his friend, whatever the hell his name is, Tony and Seth, they would have distanced themselves. Why is it that Gabby Petito's dad rejected her? I'll tell you why. The same reason why Marvon McRae's stepmother and father didn't want to talk to Katie Joy. The father said, not that one, not that one. There's something about her, Juanette, there's something about her, that little lady, I don't trust her, she got something evil going on up there. I like that blonde lady, though. I like that blonde lady with the big mouth. That's what he said. He likes JonBenét. But I'll tell you one thing. Marvon's family was very disappointed in Justin in the end. That really is the fact, the truth. One of them said, so all this news comes out, and every time he goes live, all he ever does is talk about that little girl in Tennessee. I said, well, that's where the money is. She goes, are you making money? I said, I'm not making nothing on Marvon. Nothing. I said, people have left. They're not giving support to Dre McCray. They're just watching her downfall. I've spoken, as of recently, to certain people that are connected to that whole case. They didn't listen. Nobody said JonBenét's a bad person, but, you know, I had nothing to do with calling the fucking county coroner and asking those questions about his body, Marvon's body. I think that we should have taken Mr. Jackson's word for it, that the county coroner's office and the forensic pathologist that worked on his body. I get it. It was 6 weeks. She left him. I get it. But to call and record it and then put it out there, why would you do that? And then give a wrench to share? I'm sorry, Justin, but I have to fucking call you out right now. How could you do this? How could you do this to people? You're a father. You said it yourself. Imagine if Jake went missing. You got all these fucking lowlifes going crazy talking about your fucking kid making all this money. You never once felt bad? What does it take to make you fucking feel bad? Justin, what does it take to make you actually feel something for these fucking people? And then you want to, cry. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was he crying about? Who remembers when he was like, he started crying? I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? They're like, he's crying. I was like, why? They're like, we don't know why. He just started blowing tears. Why would Bull and Betty think that it's a good idea to become close? Let me tell you something. Being close to family members is not a good thing.
There you have it. Bullhorn Betty's going to jail. 101. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be recording every damn thing, so you bitches can't call law on me no more. No more.
Right away. No trial, no nothing. Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away. Believe it or not, jail. Right away. Jail. You right to jail. Believe it or not, jail.
Because these hate channels had to call little old bitches crying and whining. Can't believe Betty's out there. She's so mean. Yes, I am. And I'm going to be peppering some more. Illuminati, Queen Bee, the Proudfoots, they don't want this boy found. All they're looking for is either to go to jail or put me in jail, but they're going to be in jail before I am. I can guarantee that, the way they're going. Nothing. Dum-dums. Again, not breaking the law. Dum-dums. Dum-dum. Yes, I am. There you have it. Bullhorn Betty's going to jail.